Hello, everyone. My name is Rajeev, and I did the fundamental training course with Simplified Trades in November 2020. Now, before that, I'd been trading for about 6 months with no clear direction and, quite frankly, no results. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to provide some feedback on my experience with Simplified Trades. And I want to focus on three key points, and hopefully some of these points may connect. You may be able to connect with these points too. So, firstly, I want to sort of just to give you kind of a brief overview of the course. Then, secondly, talk a little bit more about the support that I personally received after the course, and then the kind of the effect of all of this on my results. Actually, there is a fourth thing, and that's Mo. So very briefly, Mo is an educator. And by that, I mean he teaches you to understand why certain things happen. Or in our case, why markets behave in the way that they do and go in the direction that they go in. So it's not about your charts, and it's not about your signals, and it's not about all the kind of other bits that we're all bored with. So I won't go into that. So the focus of the course is very much on economics and how economics can change things, and how the economy goes through its cycles, and what does that actually mean. I'll give you an example. Ask yourself a question: do you want to understand the direction of the market? Well, yeah, we all do, right? In which case, this course covers topics like inflation and supply and demand. Now, each of these topics can have chapters and chapters written about them. However, the course does an excellent job in providing a concise and meaningful explanation of everything that we need to understand in order for us to formulate a view of the current status of the economy and therefore the direction of the market. Perhaps you can ask yourself another question. Do you want to understand the effects of news or economic news on the market? Well, the course touches upon that too. So we talked about inflation rates, we talked about central bank interest rates, we talked about unemployment, GDP, and this course will illustrate their potential impact on the market. You will also learn about different types of indicators and, for example, what's a leading indicator. And not only will you discuss what a leading indicator is, but the course will show you where you can go to obtain the data, explain how you should interpret the data, and apply the data in order to form a direction for the market. And furthermore, it goes on to explain how you go about entering the market and managing your trade. Now, overall, it's a very complete experience. Secondly, let's talk briefly about support. So I was part of a group that sat the course in November 2020. Suffice to say that we all had very different needs, different backgrounds, different levels of experience, different levels of understanding. And quite frankly, our confidence levels were pretty sort of up and down too, because we'd kind of been affected by our historical results. So from a personal point of view, I struggled, quite frankly, I struggled with taking the teachings and actually trading, because my day job was so consuming of time. And I struggled in silence for a few weeks until I kind of had the courage to be able to just speak to Mo and say, look, Mo, this is my problem. And you know what? No judgment. There was no preconceived ideas about performance, or your attitude, or your potentially not putting in the right level of effort. He got it right, and in very little time, Mo understood my constraints and kind of guided me and found a way for me to trade that sort of fit into my life, which is great. And that's been one of the most satisfying elements of this journey, because there's no sense of failure, right? There's a realization that over time you will be able to develop a skill set which will help you deliver some of the things that you want to achieve in life, which is completely, a wonderful outcome for everyone. And finally, let's talk about results, because I'm sure you're really keen to understand sort of the kind of the effect that all of this has had on my results. So all right, bearing in mind, we've devised a way of trading and investing that fits into my life. I feel more in control, and I feel as if I'm making progress. And so, let me share my results. So, in the last month, my stock portfolio has grown 11%, and my trading account is up by about 4%. Now, some might turn around and say, they're quite modest. Well, look, this is a month, and it is much better than my previous position, where I had basically lost approximately 25% of my capital over the previous 6 months. So, a much more rewarding position. So, for anybody who really wants to understand trading and wants to develop a systematic plan for the generation of income, take the course. Just do it. Don't hesitate. It will be the best investment you make in 2021. Don't make my mistake and suffer in silence. If you have a problem, speak to Mo. He's so generous with his time, and I'm sure you will find a resolution out of whatever predicament you find yourself in. And after the course, take your time, understand the teaching, figure out a way of investing, and figure out a way of and trading that fits into your life. And in time, the results will grow. So, Mo, thank you.